Okay, so good day everyone. We are the last group of researchers, and the assigned topic for us is the continuation of the previous group, which is computer security and privacy. The learning objectives. Here, why be concerned? Why be concerned about information privacy? We will go over what information privacy is and why it's important for computer users to be concerned about it. Next is databases, electronic profiling, spam, and other marketing activities. It is where we will go over various privacy concerns like databases, electronic profiling, spam, and other marketing activities, as well as how people may secure their personal information. Third one is electronic surveillance and monitoring. This is where we will discuss various methods of electronic surveillance and monitoring, along with strategies to protect one's privacy. Okay, so privacy. What is privacy? Privacy is a state of being concealed or free from unauthorized intrusion. Privacy is concerned with the use and regulation of personal data, such as establishing policies to ensure that personal data is gathered, shared, and used in appropriate ways. In general, privacy refers to the right to be remained alone as well as the protection from interruption or intrusion. Information privacy. It is where individuals and businesses have the right to decide how their information is gathered and utilized. The next one is computer add additional privacy challenges. Cookies and spyware are possible privacy risks. Databases, spam, electronic surveillance, electronic monitoring presents additional privacy concerns. Spyware is any software that installs itself on your computer and begins secretly monitoring your online activity. Spyware is a kind of malware that collects information on a person's or organization invisibly and then distribute it to others. Okay, here is an example of an advertising that depicts the misses of congratulations. This one. You have won the ORI contest and also it is asking user to click OK to claim the prize. Once, once you will click the button or the user will click the button, then it will install its fiber program in the background, which will monitor the activity of users like browsing history. Databases, electronic profiling, spam, and other marketing activities. There are marketing activities which can be considered a privacy risk or at least a potential violations privacy that includes databases of electronic profiles and spam. The first one is databases and electronic profiling. Information about individuals can be located in many different databases. For example, most educational institutions have databases containing students' information. Then most organizations use databases employees store employee information, and for doctors and health insurance providers maintain databases containing their medical information. Whether these databases are effectively protected against hackers and other unauthorized individuals, and if the data is not stored on portable computers or other devices that could be, unless the data stored in databases is sufficiently protected, then security breaches can occur. The next one is marketing database. Marketing database, which contains marketing and other demographic data about people such as where they live, Then the product purchase, this information is used for marketing purposes, such as sending out advertisement according to the interest of each individual, either may either by regular mail or email, by trying to register them by telephone for some type of service. Marketing databases are also used for connection in web activities, such as social media activities and searches. Data stored on Facebook, MySpace, Google, and other social networking sites. The next one is electronic profiling. Using electronic means to collect a variety of in-depth information about individuals. To create electronic profiles of individuals for marketing purposes, marketing companies frequently use data to obtain various sources such as purchasing products and services that that are related to personally identifiable information, as well as public information such as property value, vehicle registration, birth, marriages, and death. Electronic profiles are typically used to provide specific information such as person's name, current address, age, and phone number. As you can see in the example below, when we make electronic transactions, the information about who we are and what we buy is collected and stored in databases. The third one, marketing companies will add also data to their database and then reset it in any way that is useful to others, in any kind of way that is useful to others. The last one is marketing companies compile lists of people who match a company's specific requirements, which companies subsequently acquire for their own marketing objectives. Privacy policy. Most organizations and websites that collects personal information have privacy policies that explain how the information we submitted will be used. As long as their actions do not contradict our privacy policies, businesses have the legal right to use our personal data. Many, many people do not take the time to read before utilizing our website. Spam, which is also known as junk mail, associated email that is sent to a large group of individuals at one time. Here is the example of spam, the email one and the text spam. The example of spam is that the links to an unaffected websites or an attachment that could infect a computer. Spam is most usually used to offer incentives or services to individuals, but it's also used in phishing schemes and dot coms. It's routinely distributed via botnets. That's all.
Protecting the privacy of personal information. So, in this topic, I will discuss the tips on how to protect your privacy of personal information, just like Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media accounts or websites, files, and etc. So, I will give to you some tips on how to protect the privacy of personal information. Safeguard your email address. So, use one private email address for trusted sources like friends, family, and colleagues. So, kung kung maghimo kag email address na private, dapat ang kanang imong private email kay ang ma-communicate or ma-contact lang niya kay mga friends nimo, family, and colleagues. So use a throwaway disposable email address for online shopping, forums, product registration, and sweepstakes, etc. So kung maghimo ay kung mag-online shopping man ka or naa kay forums, product registration or sweepstakes, dapat dili nimo gamiton imong main account. Pwede ka maghimo og disposable or new account na para lang sa pang online shopping or any other kuan activities na para gamiton nimo. So pwede ka maghimo og bago na account or disposable na account kay nay possibility na ma-hack imong kuan. Kung gamiton nimo ang main account, nay possibility na ma-hack ang imong account. So be cautious of revealing personal information. So dapat maging careful tayo. Maging careful ta sa paghatag og ato ang mga personal information sa mga websites or other social media. So read a website's privacy policy. So kinahanglan nato basahon ang mga policy sa privacy policy kay basin na ay mga policy na wala nato nakuan, pwede ta makik or di na nato ma-open ang isa ka website kay kuan nato ang ilahang policy, wala nato nasunod kay wala man nato gibasa. So importante jud na magbasa og website privacy policy. Avoid putting too many personal details on your websites and social media pages. Restrict access to friends and family. So dapat ginaiwasan nato ang pagbutang sa ato ang mga personal na mga detalye sa website, sa mga social media pages kay it can cause kanang maghimo ning cause sa pagbash or sa hack sa imo ang mga pag-hack sa imong account or sa pag-report sa imong account. So kinahanglan jud avoid ta sa pagbutang og personal details sa ato ang mga websites. Restrict access to friends and family. Use a throwaway email address when signing up for free trials or other services that may result in spam. So kung mag-login ta sa isa ka signing up for free trials, so dapat dili nato ibutang ang mismong email nato or email account nato sa usa ka free app for free trials kay nay possibility na mag-result ng spam kanang mga message na wala ka kasayad nga gi-message ka ana good. So dapat kung mag-sign in man ka ana na butang dili imong main na account. So consider using privacy software such as Privacy Guardian to hide personal information while browsing the web. Supply only the required information in registration forms. So kung mo fill up ta og isa ka form, dapat kanang kung unsa ang questions kanang example name, address ko, kana lang na information ay nag-answer ang ubang information na super ka private or dapat personal lang nimo. Delete your browsing history and email settings when using a public computer. Use private browsing. So record jud ni kung mogamit man ta og computer cafe, kung mosaksak ta sa ka computeran, tapos dili nato i-delete ang browsing history or email settings. So nay possibility na makopy imong information or naay possibility na ma-hack imong kuan mga imong social media accounts kay wala nimo gi-delete ang history. So importante jud na kung mag-login ta sa usa ka public computers, delete jud ang kuan. It is a must to delete our browsing history and email settings. Opt-out of marketing activities. So, according to my research, the other term of opt-out is abandon or exit. So, request to be removed from marketing list or that personal information not be shared with other companies. Can contact companies directly. Opt-out tools are available online. Opt-out cookies prevent marketing cookies from being stored on computers. So, marketing cookies, referred to as HTTP cookies, browser cookies, also known as small text files stored in a web user browser directory data folder. So, these are the gi-research na ko ang marketing cookies kay wala ko kabalo kung unsa ni. So, yun. Marketing cookies, small text files stored in a web user browser directory or data folders. Some privacy groups want individuals to opt in to activity instead. Propose do not track legislation. And also can enable tracking protection in browser. So these are the example on how personalized tracking protection. So these are the picture of personalized tracking protection. So when you visit multiple websites that contain content from the same provider such as a map advertisement or web measurement tools, some information about your visit might be shared with the content provider. If you choose to block content portions of the website you visit might not be available. So automatically block ang nakabutang diri. So kung gusto nimo i-block ang content or visit website content providers such as map advertisement or web measurement tools, some information about it be shared. So kung dili nimo ma-share, kung dili mo gusto ma-share ang imong mga content, automatically block lang sa akong pagkasabot. Secure servers and otherwise protect personal information. Automatic encryption system for email can help sensitive data from accidentally being revealed. So automatic encryption system email can help sensitive data from accidentally revealed. Chief Privacy Officer or CPO ensure that the privacy data stored by business is adequately protected. Ensures privacy laws are complied with identifies the data in a company needs to be protected. Develops policies to protect the data. So these are the secure servers and otherwise protect personal information. Properly dispose of hardware containing data. So these are the important tips. So if you are going to wipe data on hard drives before disposing of computer or hard drive. So kung naa kay gusto i-dispose na data or kung naa kay gusto i-delete na data posting computer or hard drive, dapat i-secure gud nimo pag delete ang usa ka data na gusto nimo i-delete ug ang hard drive niya i-secured pod pag tago or pag dispose. Storage media containing sensitive data should be shredded. Business should have a media sanitation data destruction policy. So, storage media containing sensitive data should be shredded. So, kung ang storage media, so, na possibility na ang mga sensitive data nimo pwede makalat kay wala nimo gitago or wala nimo gi-private or gi-delete og matarong. Business should have a media sanitation data destruction policy. So that's all for protecting the policy of the protecting the privacy of personal information. Thank you. So that's all for protecting the privacy of personal information. I hope na amoy nakuha nga gamay na information on how to protect your personal information as well as your social media accounts and websites. Thank you.
Hi, my name is VICENTINO and I am going to discuss about electronic surveillance and monitoring. So, surveillance. When we say surveillance, what does it mean? So, surveillance means monitoring of behavior, activities, information for the purpose of information, gathering, influencing, managing, and directing. While monitoring means observing or checking the progress of quality or something or someone over a period of time. Monitoring can also mean by observing or checking under systematic review. Okay, so let's jump to the topic. Computer monitoring software. So when we say software, it is an application. It allows the observer or a certain person to record an individual's computer usage. So how does this person can record an individual's computer usage? So by the help of this specific software, it can capture the images of the screen of the user. So randomly kung saan yung mga binivisit niyang pages, ganun, or kung saan yung mga pinupuntahan niyang sites, it can save or it can compile to the PC of that observer or kung sino yung nag-connect sa PC mo. May kita doon yung mga pictures na kung saan ako nag-browse. And then next, it can record the actual keystrokes that was used. So it portrays to any interaction you make with the button on your keyboard. So it can be either numbers, letters, ganon. Next, computer monitoring software can also create a summary of web sites visited. So later I will show pictures of that. So computer monitoring software can be used in homes by adults to monitor computer usage of children or spouse. Alam niyo yung mga yung TikTok trending today na kunwari na nakalimutan lang ilapag ng asawa nila or ng boyfriend or girlfriend nila yung phone nila in somewhere, then ibabalik nila without them knowing nung owner ng phone na nakakonect na pala yun into a television or into someone's PC. So that's another computer monitoring software. It enables one person to connect your device into their device in order for them to monitor your actions or your activities in your phone. Next, computer monitoring software can also be used in businesses to monitor employee computer usage. So ginagamit din daw itong software na to para ma-monitor yung mga business, yung mga employee, kung ano na ba yung mga pinagagawa ng employee nila sa device na yon. So I will explain that further mamaya. Computer monitoring software can also be used by government agencies. So paano, 'di ba? We have this diba, we have this mga controversial or we have these high standards companies talaga na malaking pinag-uusapan na sweldo, sahod, ganun. So those workers for that company or for that institutions or for that institutions, they see a banner whenever they try to log in to their computers telling them that they have no reasonable expectation of privacy. Their personal email account or electronic mail should be monitored when they are accessed through a government computer. So next. Yeah, sa pinakadako nga picture. As you can see, there are the compilation of the pictures, no, or the images. So, as I said a while ago, these are the compilation of the sites or the pages that was visited by the user. So, records screenshots of monitored computers which can be viewed on to reenact a user's activities. So, yun. Next is records statistics on application use and websites visited or report summarized activity. So, dito sa software na to or sa computer monitoring software, may kita din yung statistics. So, when we say statistics, it is formed in a data. So, it can be in a bar graph, line graph, pie graph, kahit ano, basta it proposes the informations about the user. So, kung madalas ba siya doon, ganun, nandun nakatala lahat. Kumbaga, nandun yung attendance niya, parang ganun sa ano. So, next is, it records all activity by each user. So, users can be locked out of specific application or websites as needed. So, example, I have this power to see through the PC of TROCIO, through UBAT, and through ZARAGOZA. So I have them three all. I can see their activities on their PC. So if I want to block some specific site that they use, makakaya kong gawin yun kasi I have the capability to do so. So next is video surveillance. So dito na papasok yung mga naiisip natin na CCTV, na 24/7 security cameras, ganun. So we have this what we call outdoor surveillance and indoor surveillance. So later I will explain that. So, video surveillance, it is the use of video cameras to monitor activities of individuals. So, video surveillance used to monitor employees. So, maraming gamit yung video surveillance, no? Hindi lang para sa mga, if possible, criminals na magnakaw, ganun. Bukod sa ganun, meron din siyang malaking role sa mga employees. Next is, video surveillance can also be used in public locations for law enforcement purposes. Either it can be in stores and other businesses, public streets, subways, airports, etc. So, diba, just like how in movies work, na yung mga video surveillance is the key to the criminal case or to some law investigation, mga ganun. Kasi video surveillance is really based on reality. It is really happened, no? Na-capture talaga. Walang doon, walang edit yun. Except na lang if it is fabricated by someone. Pero pag pag mga purposes na mga proof, ganun, it can really be reliable. Dito, sa face recognition software. So, they are connected with each other. Kasi paano? So, it can identify terrorists and other known criminals just by the help of video surveillance. Example, TROCIO is from Korea and she is banned from the Philippines. So, by the help of this video, syempre, kung tao lang yung magmo-monitor ng mga tao, syempre may hirapan, di ba? So, with the help of this video surveillance, it can easily detect the face of a person. So, if si TROCIO is bawal sa Pilipinas, madaling madedetect yon ng camera. So, she cannot really be entered the Philippines if that's the case. So, that's the power of video surveillance. So, next, video surveillance privacy advocates object to the use of video surveillance and face recognition technology in public places. So, until now, it is still debatable for some people na sa public places, it shouldn't be monitored by cameras daw kasi it is public it is our right daw to be comfortable and to be free, to have a freedom na walang kahit anong naka camera or naka monitor. But for me personally, I am not agree with that. I am way more agree with putting cameras in public places. So outdoor surveillance placed in public locations are designed to blend into their surroundings to be less intrusive. So yung mga outdoor surveillance daw or mga outdoor CCTV is sometimes ginagawang parang camouflage, kumbaga parang ilaw lang, ganun, parang design lang para mas powerful, para mas maraming makapture, ganon. Next is indoor surveillance. So these cameras are placed inside businesses, schools, and other locations. So as you can see in the picture, meron ditong hallway, meron ditong sa exit, meron dito sa faculty, siguro ni ganun. Kadalasan sa mga ganito, di ba, yung mga lindol, pag may mga lindol, may kita yung mga gamit nagbagsakan, ganun. Next is employee monitoring. So in employee monitoring, it is called the observing or recording the employees' actions while they are on their job. So for your information, it is legal and quite common. To monitor physical location, you should use video cameras, GPS monitoring systems, proximity cards, and apps. So when we say GPS, GPS means Global Positioning System. So it is a tracker or navigator. So next is employee monitoring can also be used for access control. Businesses should inform employees. So yun. Employee monitoring can have this what we call the access control. So computer or the PC of that employee is see-through or transparent to everyone, or to the manager, to the administrator, so that they can also control what is happening, or they are also updated. So the pros and cons of employee monitoring. So these are the pros, or parang mga advantage, ganun. So to improve the security, regulatory compliance, increase productivity, less administrative work, and business process transparency. So we have this increased stress among employees. So yeah, that's true. Mas kumbaga nagiging uncomfortable yung employee pag may employee monitoring. So another is higher turnover. So higher turnover, parang more likely to be retirement. So the last con, or the disadvantage of employee monitoring, is concerns about lack of privacy. Yun nga, it really talks about privacy. It's called as a boost to productivity or threat to privacy. Last but not the least is the presence technology. So presence technology is a type of application that makes it possible to locate and identify a computing device whenever it might be. So presence technology enables one computing device on a network to locate and identify the current status of another device on the same network. Presence technology can also tell if a person is using his or her computer or mobile phones. So it is built into IM and some social networking sites. So last, presence technology may also be used for marketing activities in the future. So it is a potential privacy concern. So for me, I think it is already used. I think they are kind of similar, and I think it is already used na. May nakalagay na online, ganun, offline 2 minutes ago.
Good day, everyone. As the continuation of our report, let's discuss this protecting personal and workplace privacy. To protect our personal and workplace privacy, we can use this anti-spyware software. This anti-spyware software can detect and remove some types of illegal computer monitoring and spyware software. When we say illegal computer monitoring, it is a computer monitoring that is not unauthorized or having not permission to monitor some computers, while spyware software, it is a software with malicious behavior that aims to gather information about a person or organization and send it to another entity in a way that it harms the users. So, as if we want to protect our personal and workplace privacy, we can use or buy this anti-spyware software for us to detect and remove those some types of illegal computer monitoring and spyware software. So, employers have responsibility to keep employee and customer information private and secure. Of course, as an employers, we are responsible to keep an employee or our co-workers and customers information private and secure, because these days many are scammers and they are asking about somebody's information to use them to do some illegal things. So as an employers, we should keep private and secured the information of our employee and customer. So employees should be familiar with their company's employee policy and avoid personal activities at work. Of course, as an employees, we should be familiar about the employees' company's policy, because there are many employees are breaking this policy without noticing by the company. And of course, we should avoid personal activities at work for the reason to focus on our works without wasting our time in our personal activities at work. To deepen our understanding why we should protect our personal privacy, let's watch this video.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
You look nervous.
Well, it's going to be mine and Lindsay's 5th year anniversary since we started dating. I'm trying to plan a special evening for us.
5 years? Congrats! Are you proposing?
Ha ha. Not at the moment. Oops, I need to get back to work. Have a good one, Cindy.
You too!
Wow, $10,000. That might be a bit rich for my blood, but maybe it's time to get saving. Oh well, time to move on to other things. That's weird.
So, have you been thinking about getting hitched?
Cindy, can you mind your own business?
Well, I saw that WeddingRings.com and Tuxedo World started following you.
That's strange. I checked a wedding ring website, and since then, I keep getting all these emails, text, and now Twitter followers about wedding stuff.
Did you have to create an account on the website you used?
Yeah.
And you read the website's privacy policy?
No, I figured it wasn't a big deal.
Well, just so you know, you should make sure to read the privacy policy next time. The site may have written in language to share your information, which is why you're getting those messages.
Oh, I'd better go back and cancel that account before Lindsay starts seeing all of these wedding ads. Uh-oh, Mr. Timmons wants to see me in his office.
Well, good luck, and remember to read the fine print.
Hi, Mac. I called you in my office to discuss something.
What would that be, sir?
I just want to remind you that while at work, it's important to stay focused on your job. We monitor everyone's internet activity, and I saw that you were doing some personal shopping today. Just make sure to save that for your lunch break and use your own device.
Okay, don't worry, Mr. Timmons. It won't happen again.
Alright, sounds good. Oh, and by the way, can I be invited to your wedding?
So, as we watch together this video, it gives us a lot of information. So, that is what will happen if we do not protect our personal privacy. Like what happened to Mac. He hadn't read the website policy or privacy policy. Then he gave all his information. That's why he receives many messages. So as this video reminds us that we should always protect our personal privacy. It might happen to us like what happened to Mac. So, and of course, as I said, that we should avoid our personal activities at work because it can affect our work. Why privacy is so important at the workplace? The lack of privacy in an employee's workspace can hinder a working person's sense of autonomy, giving them less control over their working environment and causing their productivity to suffer. So of course, privacy is very important in the workplace because without privacy in the workplace, it can hinder or delay our working in our workplace. It can give us a freedom to not focus in our work. So privacy is a must in a workplace. And there are 4 major reasons why privacy in an office or in a workplace setting is so important for productive employees to work properly. First, workplace information protections. Businesses, small and large, have to deal with the workplace security of the information they are working on or holding, whether it is a retail outlet with customer credit card or personal information, or a major corporation dealing with sensitive business information or government contract secrets. They all need a safe, secure, and private area in which to handle that information. Of course, in a workplace, there are many information that we should protect it. We should put in a safe place, secure, and private area in which that information will not be caused losing or damage. So with identity theft becoming such an issue these days, employees that are put in charge of handling sensitive information, of course, it needs to have secure and private areas in which to do their jobs, regardless if it is a client's social security number or the company's new plans to the next multi-million-dollar widget to hit the market. The second is concentration. Constant interruptions, distractions, and background noise can severely hinder an employee's ability to work. Without privacy and clear train of thought, concentration wanders to everything else except what an employee is supposed to be working on. Of course, concentration is very important in a work because it can give us to focus on it it allows us to focus on our work. So it is concentration is a must to focus at our work, and it is the way to do our work in a proper way, no matter what tricks an employee uses in order to drown out the clutter of a busy office. It is a widely accepted fact that privacy is the number one means of ensuring proper concentration on the task at hand in an office setting. So number 3, personal space. Personal space, it is the physical space immediately surrounding someone into which any encroachment feels threatening to our uncomfortable to them. So, of course, workers in the office are out of it need their own personal space around them in order to feel comfortable and, of course, to avoid revealing business information. Because if an employee does not have or feel comfortable, then they will not be in the proper mindset to work. Lastly is productivity. Privacy for some workers is detrimental to their productivity. These are the workers who absolutely abhor open space office environments. They collaborate when they need to with fellow coworkers and then go back to the sanctity of their cubicle or office and sanctity of their order to finish their work unhindered by needless interruptions. So productivity, it increased productivity with an appropriate amount of given all businesses on the employees' parts is of course the goal of all businesses worldwide, regardless of whether their working environment is open space or cubicles. Employees will still need a certain amount of privacy in order to accomplish their working goals also. Then always remember that we should remember that the lack of personal privacy inhibits personal development and self-expression and can disrupt a person's thought processes.
I am Prinsena Quinara in TROCIO.
I'm Genuine Kilubat.
I am Rancy Jean Vicentino.
I am Lizelle M. Zaragoza.
And we are
researchers.